Hey everybody, it's me, Barb Cape, president of SEIU-West, doing our weekly check-in. And even though the weather is just gorgeous, that wind is wicked. And so I hope you're doing well and staying safe and not getting blown off your moorings. So SEIU-West is launching a couple of events and recognizing a couple of pretty major events this month in June. The first one is National Indigenous History Month. The second one is Philippine Heritage. And of course, we're celebrating Pride with all of our members and throughout the community. And I think the common thread to all of these events is the mutual respect, pride in the diversity of our population, and the recognition and appreciation that we all need to walk this path together. And we've entered another busy week that began with the release of the CEO of the Saskatchewan Health Authority's Tour of Long-Term Care Facilities report. And it's interesting that they released the report at 3:45 on a Friday, hoping that no one would notice, I think. But as we reviewed the report and read through all of the individual surveys, what's notable is that there was over 20 top brass from the senior leadership of the Saskatchewan Health Authority involved in these tours, and yet there was not one consistent way of gathering the data and sharing the data. So that raises a number of questions about the quality of this report. But I think the other thing that all of us noticed immediately was the absolute lack of engagement with frontline staff. I mean, I think when you're touring a long-term care facility, it's important to get the feedback of frontline staff because we know exactly what's going on in the facility with our residents, with the operations. So I think, neglecting to gather that information from frontline staff is a huge gap in the data that they gathered. We did do an op-ed that was posted in the Star Phoenix, so I encourage you to go and check that out. Now this week, we've also combined our efforts with CUPE and SGU, our bargaining association coalition partners, and we are gathering public support on a petition for frontline healthcare providers who are not receiving recognition pay. And I don't think the public realizes that in Quebec and Ontario and Alberta and BC, frontline healthcare workers are getting some sort of recognition pay, but not here in Saskatchewan, even though our workload has changed and gotten far more intense in a pretty significant way. And so when we launched it, we had over 1,000 signatures in the first 4 hours. So I encourage you to go to this link, add your name, add your voice, and please share it widely with your family and your friends, because we need the public to add the pressure to government to start making some positive changes and investing in frontline healthcare workers. And finally, on the bargaining front, last week we held our virtual town hall meeting, and we have posted all of the questions and answers and a wee bit of an update on what we talked about. So I encourage you to go to the website and check out those updates. For those who missed the meeting or need to get caught up or just need a refresher on some of the questions, I think we captured them all pretty clearly. And I think it's great that regardless of whether it's positive or negative or concerned feedback from our members, engagement is there and members are paying attention to what happens at the bargaining table. And that's important for the bargaining committee to know and to take that feedback directly from the membership. So right now we're working on the essential services process and the next steps in the bargaining as it's laid out in the Saskatchewan Employment Act. And we'll be providing you with some updates on where that process is at next week. Once again, be safe, folks. Wash your hands, maintain physical distancing. I know the province is reopening, and I know, people want to go camping and get out and do those things that we used to do. But this isn't over by a long shot, and so we need to stay safe and be smart. Thanks, everybody. Bye.